So Aralia is in the family Araliaceae. So the fact that it's named Araliaceae and it's in the genus is Aralia shows that this is one of the quintessential plants that marks this family. And so the Araliaceae family, if you're not familiar, is actually the ginseng family. So this plant's actually quite closely related to ginseng. It's in the same family. So this plant, one of the distinguishing characteristics of it is you can clearly see it's quite big. And this one is like, this one looks quite big, but I've seen them get as high as 10 feet. They can get as high as 10 feet. And also it's important to look at where is it growing right now? You probably can't see my feet, but I'm standing in a creek right now. My feet are in cool water. And that's where this plant really likes to thrive. You'll see it growing kind of on the outskirts of shady areas, but it just really loves growing in the creek. And it grows right into the rocks, and it just kind of holds itself there steadfast. Right now the creek's really low because we're in late fall right now. But by the time the winter comes and the water rises, those roots are going to be holding deep into the soil, holding onto the rocks and making sure this plant stays in place. And that's the interesting thing about it. It's a herbaceous perennial. So that means it makes this much growth in 1 year. Then it'll die back to the ground. And then in the spring, in summertime, it'll come right back up. And it'll make a plant just about this big.
And then hawthorn's often overlooked for its circulatory powers as well. But it's really potent for people who need some circulatory system support. So all of our little capillaries that take our blood full of oxygen and nutrients to every single cell in our body, and then take the waste away so that it can be processed. Those capillaries get strengthened and made more resilient by hawthorn. And so they can do their job better. They can both carry that nutritious, wonderful, oxygen-rich blood. They can also carry the waste away, which is honestly just as important as getting the good stuff to the cells, taking away the garbage as well. And that means that hawthorn can be really useful for all kinds of conditions where improving circulation can be supportive.
Joshua trees are endemic, meaning they only grow in the Mojave Desert, and within the Mojave Desert, it has a specific distribution range and elevation of which it occurs. You can see them occurring at about 2,500 feet in elevation, and I've seen the highest one occurring right under 6,000 feet in elevation. So these plants definitely can grow quite high in the desert. Their range, I talked about how it occurs in the Mojave, but there's a subspecies that hasn't been recognized officially by science, but there is the Western Joshua tree, which I'm going to be talking about in terms of the conservation work that has been done, and then there's the Eastern Joshua tree, which that Latin name is Yucca hagriana. And that species occurs more in the eastern side of the Mojave Desert. So we're talking about the Mojave National Preserve going into Nevada and as well as Arizona, and in Utah. So there are two different species, and if you were to ever see them both, you'll definitely recognize the characteristics are much different from one another.
And you can add a little bit of ginger too. You can decoct the ginger along with the mung bean when you are cooking. The ginger, again, is that pungent nature, which helps to temper the coolness of the mung beans, and is just really lovely. I hope you enjoy these recipes. Some ideas for summer sun teas. I used to do a lot of outdoor education with primarily homeschool kids, but also camp and backcountry wilderness excursions. And one of my students' absolute favorite things was making sun teas. They're beautiful, they're easy to make, and if you're an adult with no children of your own, it's something which just looks so beautiful and tastes so lovely, and you're corralling the summertime energy and the big sun to extract the medicinal potency of the green and colorful plants and beauty that is growing around so easily at this time. So some ideas include mints, who grow like crazy in most places, tulsi or holy basil, roses, rose petals, cucumber for a little bit of that cooling effect, fruits or berries, you can chop it up as seen in that picture to the right, lemon or lime or citrus for a little bit more of that sour flavor, and a little bit of ginger.
Hey everyone, this is Mason with HerbRally. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe if you haven't already. So each month we're going to be releasing a video just like this one where we show you about 1 to 2 minute clips of the classes from our membership site called HerbRally Schoolhouse. For more information on that, go to herbrally.com/schoolhouse. And basically there we release new content each week to our members, new exclusive content to our members each week, and it's only $10 a month. We also have an annual option where you could pay $100 at one time, and that'll get you essentially 2 free months. You could cancel at any time. So yeah, if you're enjoying these classes, you want to get the full context, you want to get the full class, go to herbrally.com/schoolhouse. We'd love to have you as a member. So thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. If you want more great herbal content, you could watch this video right here, or even this one right here.